Hi, we're going to be working with the Judson Ford Realty file. You'll see that online. It might have a prefix with a different beginning at the end, but it will read Judson Ford Realty October sales. Let's open it up. When you get the file open, you're going to see that it doesn't look too attractive at this point, and you're also going to see that the whole spreadsheet is highlighted. Somebody had clicked in this one area here. We want to globally set the font in here. To do that, we just click up here, and then let's say we want to make it Arial. We just type in the letter A, R, I, and then we click on that. It's all 10 point. We're going to do a little bit of formatting first. It just makes it easier to see things, especially with numbers. I do like commas. Sometimes you can't tell 45,000 from 450,000. So what we're going to do, we're going to highlight these cells here. Just click and drag over them. Easy way to do is to go to the formatting toolbar. We click on the comma. We don't need decimal points. Let's shrink them down. 2 clicks there. Next thing I want to do, we see in row 3, the text looks pretty ugly. We can't see it, it's wrapping here. We highlight these cells over to column H. We're going to make it bold. We're going to make it centered. Now we're going to format the cells. We want the text to wrap inside there, so we click on this magic little button called Wrap Text. Then you say OK. Ta-da. We got that there. Up there, we want Judson Ford Realty centered across the top. We highlight A1 through H1. Click on the Merge and Center. Let's make it bold. Let's make it a 14 point so it stands up. We want to see how well all the property is doing. Next thing we want to do, we have formulas to do. We're going to do one in E, F, G, and H. We'll format them correctly, then we'll drag it down. And this here, we're looking for the percent of asking price. And if we see that it listed for 450,000, sold for 350,000, we know it went for less than 100% of asking price. And what we have to do is divide. It's equal. You go to the sales price, asking price, and then you divide sales price, and then you divide it by asking price. D4 over C4, click on the checkbox, it says 0.777. We hit the percent sign, and then let's add a decimal point. It went for 77.8%. Next calculation is the price per square foot. That's the sales price, D4, divided by the size B4. So it's equal D4 divided by B4. And what I did is I used the left arrow keys to go and select a lot quicker. I press the tab key. It brings me over here. But I hit the left arrow key. Let's make it look like money. $87.50 a square foot. Next we have to determine the commission. The commission is what this house sold for, and you multiply it by the commission, which is in cell B14. So let's begin that formula. It's equal D4 times the commission, which is B14. However, we need to bring this down. So that way we can bring it down. We want the B14 to be an absolute, so we press the F4 key, and it shows $14 there. Great. Green checkbox completes it. I want a $sign here, let's say. I reduce the decimal points. We go over to the cell to the right. We want to know how much the homeowner got. The homeowner sold this for $350,000. He had to pay a $12,000 commission. So all we have to do is go to the $350,000, subtract the $12,250. We get $337,750. $sign. Drink it down. Now the nice part here, we just click and drag over to here. Special trick I'll show you. Put your mouse on that little black dot. Double click on it. Brings everything down to there. Okay, next thing we have to do totals. we go into B12. We want to add up the numbers up above. We all know the sigma key. And then we just click, highlight with the cross down to here. So it says B4 through B10 checkbox. Now, if we drag this over all the way, we're not going to get some correct formulas. I'm going to drag this over. We're going to see some crazy stuff here. The formatting is going to be off in some areas too. But the asking price here, the sales price here, we can add these up. We should format these as currency. Click on the dollar sign. Again, shrink the decimals. Next thing, asking price, percent. I'm in column E. It says 6. This is not correct. And a house does not go for $676 per square foot. So I'm going to highlight these, delete it. What you have to do, these figures were based on formulas based in column C and D. The best thing to do is to just highlight these two cells, copy, go down here, paste. You could press the enter key. You have that. We go into highlight row 12. Let's make it bold, okay? So we've got that there. Looks nice. We could format this as a percent, and we'll add a decimal point. We don't want to show as 4%. It was rounding up there. You've got the actual number here, the displayed thing here. They should match. Realtor, type in your name. I'm Alan Weaver, so I'm going to type my name in here. If you're David Smith, you type that here. Last thing we need to do is to do the statistics here. We want to know the average, maximum, and minimum sales price. And when we go into here, we want these numbers to appear in column H, but you can see how these numbers are, text is flowing into here. So I just highlight these three cells. The easy thing to do is just to click on the right align, and it's just right aligning the data in here. Last thing we're going to do, we click in here. We're in H17. We want to know the average sales price. That is in column D. We could click on the sigma key to the right of it, and then it shows some basic statistics here. I click on average. It's shooting up here. That's not what I want. I want to go into this column, drag it down like this, press the enter key. I want to know the maximum sales price. Again, I click up in here. I click on maximum. It's going to that cell there, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to go again into column D. Press the enter key. You could also click the sigma key. Last one is the minimum sales price. We're in the correct cell. See that dark black border? We click on the drop down arrow next to the sigma key. We click on min, and then we take our mouse, we highlight these cells. We got these numbers here. We can do a little bit of formatting. I could make this bold. I might want to put borders around things. I might want to make some things bold here, like who the realtor is, because that's important so I get my paycheck. And then if I need to put grids around things or borders, I highlight like this. I click over here. I click on that. Those 4 window panes, it's there. And if I need to add shading, I could go into this cell, click over here. And if I have black text, I want a light colored background, so I'm going to use the light green. I might highlight this over here. The light green again. I've got the file done. I can print it, set it up, but we've got all these formulas in here. We're done with this project.